We welcome you to Bob Stein Stadium at Lynn Cottrell Park for today's Peach Belt Conference matchup. Today, it's game one of the Battle of Blood Mountain between the visiting Young Harris Lions and our North Georgia Nighthawks. As we welcome you back up here to the broadcast booth, Devin Kupka alongside Bailey Vessel. And Bailey, you've been a part of big-time rivalry games in your soccer career with North Georgia. What's it like going into those games? It is going to be a good one for sure today. Today on the mound for the Nighthawks is the freshman Matthew Hurd. This will be his fourth game he's starting this season. And first up to bat for the Mountain Lions is number 36, Ethan Underwood. And as we take a look at some of the stats that Matthew Hurd has put up so far this season, he's pitched 3 games already. He pitched against Mars Hill, Florida Southern, and USC Aiken, so he's pitched 1 game in each series so far.
He's had a great start to his freshman career. He's 7th in the Peach Belt in earned run average with a 1.80, so great start for him. One of the leaders in the Peach Belt.
It is indeed. And let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's matchup. So we start with the Mountain Lions of Young Harris. First up to bat and currently batting, number 36, Ethan Underwood. And the second pitch, Ethan Underwood is going to get hit by the pitch, and he will go to first base. Let's continue with the starting lineup for the Mountain Lions. Batting second and currently up to bat, Jarrett Ford, number 2. Batting third is number 14, Marco Colina. Batting fourth is number 24, Ethan Stamps. Batting fifth, number 16, Rome Wallace. Batting sixth, and number 37, Steven Spell. Batting seventh, number 17, Drew Bray. Batting eighth, number 39, Jeremy Begora. And batting ninth for the Mountain Lions, number 7, James Basham. And the starting pitcher for the Mountain Lions is number 34, Nate Lamb. So that first pitch was a ball. And the second pitch, also a ball.
This is for his first game against the Mountain Lions, so first chance to really put his name on this Battle of Blood Mountain.
And Ethan Hurd steals second. North Georgia didn't get there on time. So Underwood advances to second.
Nice shot by Underwood. He saw the ball hitting down in the dirt, so he takes off and is easily able to get the second. Starling a little late on the throw there.
Ford was showing bunt formation, and Hurd throws his first strike for this batter. This one's going to be popped up in the air, and it's going to be foul. And this one's going to be batted out to the shortstop, and the umpire rules Underwood safe at third. So the ball got there really quickly. Might have been a little bit of a close call as For the Mountain Lions, number 14, Marco Colina is up to the plate to bat.
Ross was trying to get the lead runner there in Underwood, but Bowen was unable to apply the tag. Not a force out. So.
Marco Colina is the home run leader for the Mountain Lions this season, already getting 3 home runs. Colina, reigning from Dallas, Georgia, sophomore for the Mountain Lions.
Young Harris is leading the Peach Belt in batting average so far this year with a 2.91 or .291 overall.
So far on the season, Young Harris has scored 112 runs on the season, while only allowing 59 runs on the season. As this one's going to be popped up into the air and foul ball. And Hurd's going to try to pick off first, but Jarrett Ford is able to get back to first on time. As this one's going to be a ground out to the shortstop, and it looks like it's going to be a double play for the Nighthawks, getting both Ford and Colina out at second and first base. So we have 2 outs on the board.
Ross brothers do a nice job there turning 2. I'm sure they've practiced that a lot over their time together as brothers playing baseball.
As now number 24, Ethan Stamp, steps up to bat for the Mountain Lions. Stamp hitting 2 home runs on the season so far. And he's had 12 RBIs so far as well. Fourth pitch on the way for Hurd on this batter, as he's going to hit this one down the third baseline, and UNG will get him out at first. The end of the top of the first inning. Third pitch is Lamb's third pitch in a row with the ball. Fourth pitch on the way, and it is ruled a strike. And this one's going to be a fly out to right field, and it is going to be caught by the right fielder Rome Wallace for the out, and that will end the first inning for the Nighthawks as Young Harris leads 1-0 over UNG. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network right after this.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative,
find your greatness. You earn it by showing up early, by pushing yourself every day, by working harder than everyone else. And when you've reached that point of giving up, you don't. Most people are good, others are great. Find your greatness.
Back here in Dahlonega, Georgia for the Battle of Blood Mountain. Game 1 of this 3-game series this weekend between Young Harris and North Georgia. Rome Wallace up to bat for the Mountain Lions. And the first pitch was fouled. So 0-1 count. And the second pitch will be a ball. Just a reminder, our second inning is presented by Howard Brothers, an official partner of North Georgia baseball. Third pitch on the way, and it's going to be tipped right off the bat. Ruled foul. And Matthew Hurd will strike out Wallace. So now up to bat for the Mountain Lions, number 37, Steven Spiel, the third baseman. His first pitch is going to be a strike. And another strike. Hurd's third strike in a row. Pitch on the way, and this one is going to be right past the foul line. And Hurd will get another batter out as number 17, Drew Bray, steps up to the plate for Young Harris. He's got 2 home runs on the season. He's got 9 runs batted in so far.
Drew Bray is 9th in the Peach Belt with a 3.75 average. He scored 18 runs for the Mountain Lions.
So the Mountain Lions have already scored 1 run so far. Scored it in the top of the first inning. For Young Harris, when you look at their batting, they've scored 112 runs on the season so far, while only allowing 59 runs.
They've had some dominant pitching so far, definitely in the Peach Belt, and then when you have that kind of pitching, it just takes the pressure off your batting and allows you to be a little more free perhaps to the plate.
In North Georgia, on the same stat line, 67 runs while only allowing 40, but a majority of those runs for North Georgia came out of their first weekend that they played against Mars Hill, where they swept them 3-0 that weekend. And we started the season 3-0. But in our last 5 games, we've gone 1-4, and we're currently sitting dead last in the Peach Belt. It's going to be a tough matchup for the Nighthawks.
Yeah. This is definitely a big series for them. Need to get a couple wins here to put them back in the Peach Belt play.
And this one's going to be tipped foul.
The tough series last weekend against USC Aiken, losing all 3 of those games.
As this one's going to be ground into the center, and it's going to be out, and that'll be the end of the top of the second inning. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network right after this. Young Harris leads 1-0. Welcome you back to Dahlonega, Georgia. Josh Sosa up to bat for the Nighthawks. Sosa so far this season has 4 RBIs, and he's gotten 5 hits as well. As this one's going to be popped up in the air, and it's going to be foul ball.
Lamb is coming into this game with a .98 ERA, which is our third best in the Peach Belt so far. The opposing batters only have a .129 average against him, so he's definitely done a great job to the start of the season, getting 2 wins in that time span.
Third pitch in the innings under there, and it's going to be shallow to the shortstop, and Sosa will be out at first. Now batting for the Nighthawks, number 30, Brady Skipper. Brady, a freshman out of Bronxton, Georgia. Scored a run in his first. He had his first start against Florida Southern. In each of those games, he was able to run home, but he got cold against USC Aiken last weekend.
Seemed like the majority of the hitters did against USC Aiken.
And as that is played in, but he's going to be ruled out. And now batting for the Nighthawks, number 24, Edwin Bowman.
Bowman's another one of the freshmen for the Nighthawks. He's playing first today in the place of Nick Levensteins, who unfortunately broke his hands. I'm not sure how long he'll be out for. But
And Nick Levensteins is one of the 3 players that we have this season that's that scored a home run so far. So it's a big-time injury for
definitely
our
a big
Nighthawk
loss.
team.
Definitely a leader on this team. Been around for a long time, so hopefully he can get back out there soon.
Lamb's pitch. It's going to be tipped up in the air. It's going to be fouled. This game was originally supposed to be played at 4 p.m. today, but due to incoming weather, this game got moved up to 1 p.m. So we thank you guys for joining us. So that will be the end of the second inning. Young Harris still leading by 1. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network right after this. We welcome you back to historic Dahlonega, Georgia. Top of the third inning, Young Harris still leading by 1-0. As number 39, Jeremy Begora for the Mountain Lions is batting. As Hurd throws that one into the ground, 1-1.
Hurd had a nice inning in the top of the second inning. He was able to work ahead in the count and get a couple strikeouts to make a quick 1-2-3 work of the Mountain Lion hitters.
Third pitch of the inning, right through the center and a strike. And that pitch hits the ground. Ball 2. It's 2-2. And this one's going to be tipped foul. And as we mentioned, going into break, this game was originally scheduled for 4 p.m., got moved up to 1 p.m. due to inclement weather coming in later today. But otherwise, this week, it's been absolutely beautiful weather.
It has been great weather, mid-70s. It's a little cloudy today, so definitely can anticipate the rain, but hopefully we can get this game done.
And Hurd's pitch will go in for a strike. As now, as number 7, James Basham for the Lions is up to the plate. And first pitch is strike. And that one was low, ball. So Nighthawks historically against Young Harris, in the all-time wins and loss column, North Georgia's 23-8 against Young Harris, and North Georgia's only lost 2 games in the past 4 seasons against Young Harris, having a pretty dominant record over them the last couple of seasons, and they haven't. And that one was batted out towards left field, and first baseman missed the catch as Basham runs out to second.
That's where the Nighthawks are going to miss Levin Signs too at first. He's very good at picking any errant throws, and Bowman was unable to pick the throw off from Frost there.
Mountain Lions already back up to the top of their batting order. Number 36, Ethan Underwood, in the batter's box now. That one was low, ball 1. Second pitch, tried to fake Hurd out as Basham was looking to steal to third. As Underwood swings and misses, strike 1.
Bird has had a lot of swings and misses so far through 3 innings, so he's doing a great job against these mountain line hitters so far up to this point.
As this one is going to be popped up to center field, and this one will go out of the ballpark. As Young Harris goes up 3-0 over North Georgia in the top of the 3rd inning. As Jarrett Ford is back up to bat for the Mountain Lions. As that pitch is right down the middle and strike.
Ford's had a good start to his season. He is 4th in the Peach Belt in batting average at .395.
As Hurd's second pitch goes a little bit to the right, ball 1. Another strike for Hurd. As this one's going to be hit out to center field, and it will be another hit for Young Harris.
Looks like Coach Contrell is going to come out and talk to Hurd after giving up a home run and a single there to these top of the Mountain Lions order.
Hurd has already thrown 39 pitches in the game so far. As Mike Cantrell has gone out to the mound and So talk to Hurd.
There's no one in the bullpen, though, for the Nighthawks right now, so this is still Hurd's game, but definitely need to settle down here to give the Nighthawks a chance in this game.
Cantrell still electing to go with Hurd, the freshman out of Lawrenceville. He got the start in the first game of the series last week against USC Aiken. As number 14, Marco Colina, is up to bat. As Hurd is going to try and pick off Ford from first. As Hurd's pitch is going to be hit, and it's going to be right down center field, and it is going to be caught for the out.
Potter does a nice job in the outfield. He has great speed and is able to track down a lot, helps his pitchers out.
Yes, the freshman. It's a good thing that we have young freshmen in high positions, especially on the batting lineup. It's a great learning experience for them, especially getting some of the top starts very early on in a collegiate career.
Definitely be very helpful later this season and then on to the next 3 or 4 years.
And Hurd is going to be able to pick off Ford in time, and that will bring us to the end of the top of the third inning. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network right after this.
United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Walton & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all of your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination, marketing, and representing you as a buyer or seller, and has a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
To the Nighthawk Sports Network. Young Harris scoring some runs early, currently up 3-0. North Georgia looking to get on the board with Connor Frost at bat. As first pitch is going to be a strike.
Hawks need to look to get something going here. They haven't had a base runner yet so far in this game. Already down 3-0. You get some momentum here with Frost and Reese.
As Frost is going to hit this one out to deep right and is going to be foul. As Rome Wallace nearly came up with the catch, but it just went off the tip of his glove. So Frost still at bat.
Great hustle by him, but was unable to reward his hustle with that catch. But good effort by him.
And just a reminder, Nighthawk North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is presented by Captain D's of Dahlonega, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. Third pitch on the way for Lamb, and it's going to be a ball. Lance 20th pitch of the game so far will go for a ball.
A pretty good pitch from Lamb, but Frost is very disciplined at the plate. He's able to take ball 2, like you said.
As that ball flies out to right field, and it will be caught by the outfielder, Rome Wallace, for the out. Now stepping up to bat for the Nighthawks, Jorge Arispero, sophomore out of Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Spiro was the Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week back in April 4th of 2022, so I think he's important here this season, being a sophomore, giving some of the freshmen this lineup some pointers and just help them out as they start their careers.
As Jorge's going to ground out to the shortstop, and he's not going to make it to first base in time. Now batting for the Nighthawks to get to the bottom of the starting lineup, number 14, Luke Starling. Luke, a freshman out of Decula, Georgia. And this is his second appearance in a game. His first appearance came back in the second game against Mars Hill. He was able to get a run out of the 2 at-bats that he had.
He's still looking for his first hit as a Nighthawk. Come at a great time for the Nighthawks.
Pitch on the way, and is going to be tipped up in the air, and it's going to be foul. Two count. 2-2-2 across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Starling's going to hit this one towards center field, and he's going to ground out. And that will bring us to the end of the 3rd inning. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network for the 4th inning right after this.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
We are a family.
We treasure our community.
And we're an experience for you to discover.
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 The heart of the Georgia mountains.
The heart of the Georgia mountains.
Discover the heart of the Georgia mountains.
The mountains are open.
Back in here in Dahlonega for the start of the top of the fourth inning. And Nighthawk Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is presented by the Chattahoochee Group, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. Hurd's first pitch of the inning goes for a strike, and currently at bat is number 24, Ethan Stamps for the Mountain Lions of Young Harris. The second pitch is ball. So far in the season for Young Harris, Stamps has already got 2 home runs and 12 runs batted in.
He's a transfer from Lipscomb University, so great addition and great find at the transfer portal for the Mountain Lions.
Is that fifth pitch? It's a ball. Full count now. And this one's going to come right towards the press box. It's going to be tipped foul. And Hurd is going to strike out Stamps. As number 16, the Rome Wallace, the right fielder for the Mountain Lions, is up to bat.
Wallace struck out in his first at bat against Hurd. Hurd's had 4 strikeouts so far in the top of the 4th inning.
As Wallace hits this one deep out to center field, and it's going to be caught by Opada, who will make the out. 2 outs. This is number 37, Steven Spell, steps up into the batter box for Young Harris. First pitch is going to be tipped foul, 0-1. One. This one's going to lean, that pitch lean to the left. It's 2-1 count. And Hurd gets that strike there. So it's going to be in the ground as Spell's facing a full count. This one's going to be grounded out to third base. And Edwin Bowman makes the catch at first base and out, and that will end the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back for the bottom of the fourth on the Nighthawk Sports Network right after this.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Greatness. Greatness is defined as striving to succeed. It is giving everything you have to achieve your goals. It's not defined by the numbers of games you lose, the numbers of shots you miss, but it's the risk in failing that will define your greatness. You earn it by showing up early, by pushing yourself every day, by working harder than everyone else. And when you've reached that point of giving up, you don't. Most people are good, others are great. Find your greatness.
We welcome you back here in Dahlonega. We're back at the starting of the batting order for the Nighthawks. Andrew Zapata back up to bat. Second at bat so far. And first pitch is a ball.
Zapata has great speed at the top of the lineup, and if he can get on, he's definitely starting to steal. So it's important for him as the leadoff to get on here and bring Bowen up to the plate.
Second strike, 1-2. And Lamb will be strikes Andrews Opata out. As we now go to 29, Jace Bowen.
Lamb's had his way so far. The Nighthawks hitters going 10 up, 10 down. He's no hit the Nighthawks up to this point.
Bowen's second at-bat of the game, grounded out during his first at-bat as that pitch was tipped foul. And Lamb throws a strike there.
Bowen won Freshman of the Week for the Nighthawks back on February 7th after the Mars Hill series.
North Georgia sweeping Mars Hill that first opening weekend for the Nighthawks, 3-0 that weekend. Started off the season 3-0, and the last 5 games have gone 1-4. Nighthawks hungry to get a win this weekend against rival Young Harris.
Yeah, it's important they get back on track here, and definitely want to do that against your rivals.
Bowen hits it out towards right field and makes it to first and gets a hit. As Riley Frost enters the batting box. Frost's second appearance at the plate today. First pitch there was strike, or was ball. Riley Frost 0-1 on the day so far. Ball 2. And Lamb gets his first strike for this bat. It's the umps talking to each other.
Looks like it's going to be another ball after Lamb took too long on the mound. Trying to quicken the game of baseball a little bit and limit the time between pitches and batters.
As Lamb tries to pick off Jason Bowen from first, and that pitch is going to be ground out right to center. And it'll be back-to-back hits for the Nighthawks. As Josh Sosa steps up to bat. So you got Jace Bowen at second and Riley Frost at first. Back-to-back hits for the Nighthawks.
Definitely great to see after having no runners on through 3. Got 2 on.
We'll see if the Nighthawks capitalize. First pitch and away, and it's a ball. Ball 1.
Feels like a pretty big moment here for the Nighthawks. With only 1 out, and there's on first and second. They need to come away with some runs here in this inning.
Pitch on the way, and will be ruled strike. Sosa 0 for 1 so far in today's game, grounded out at his first at-bat. As Sosa swings and misses, 1-2. One out so far in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 runners on base. Bowen at second, Riley Frost at first. As that ball is going to be tipped and fouled. Still 1-2 count. Two count. And that pitch ruled a ball. Full count now for Josh Sosa.
Great job by Sosa battling this count against Lamb to load the count up here. 3-2.
Pitch on the way. Tipped foul, but ruled out. Now Brady Skipper up to bat. Brady Skipper's second at bat of the game so far. He struck out earlier in the game, as that first pitch is going to be hit and fouled out. Skipper, the freshman from Broxton, Georgia. Looking to make some magic happen here. It's that second pitch. Ball. 1-1 count. Corner strike. 1-2.
Straight in Bowen and cross.
This one's going to be fouled away. Still 1-2 count. Bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. You got Bowen, Jace Bowen at second, and Riley Frost at first, 2 outs. Nighthawks still looking to put up some runs, their first runs of the game on the board. Down 3-0. And that one's going to be tipped foul. Two count. Skipper, full count. 2 outs, 2 on base.
The runners are going to be moving here with a 3-2 count, 2 outs. So if Brady can put this in play, they should score.
And Skipper pops this one out to left center. And it is going to be caught for the out. And that will end the 4th inning. Nighthawks still down 3-0. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network after this.
Moore's Lumber and Hardware has proudly served the homeowners and pro contractors of North Georgia since 1946. Located in Dahlonega, our covered drive-through lumber yard provides customers with both quality products and services. Rains Grading, a licensed excavating contractor located in Lumpkin County, provides both commercial and residential grading, hauling, and paving to the North Georgia area. 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 North
First pitch of this 5th inning goes for a ball. Matthew Hurd still on the mound. And back up to bat for Young Harris, number 17, Drew Bray. Grounded out earlier in the game, and he hits this ball out to center left, and it is going to be caught by Jorge Arispero for the out. As Jeremy Begora is back in the batter box for Young Harris. Struck out earlier in the game, so 0-1. This one's popped out to deep right. It's going to go in the foul territory, but it's going to go right outside the baseball field, so foul ball.
Begora has 1 home run on the season for the Mountain Lions and 2 RBIs.
The pitch was far right, ball 2. Ball on the ground, ball 3. Strike 2, full count. Talons up crew here in Dahlonega, making some noise as Hurd strikes out Begora, and James Basham up to bat for Young Harris. Basham's going to hit this one out to the shortstop, and the ball gets to first in time, and that will be a quick top of the 5th inning. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
Back here in historic Dahlonega, Georgia at Bob Stein Stadium at Lincoln Cottrell Park. Number 24, Edwin Bowman back up for the Nighthawks. Edwin's second at bat of the game. Struck out earlier. Nate Lamb still on the pitching mound for Young Harris. And that one goes for a strike.
He did a great job in the bottom half of the fourth inning. He gave up his first 2 hits against the Nighthawks, but was able to strike out Sosa and then get Skipper out to end the threat for the Nighthawks.
So 0-2 count. This one's just outside the strike zone. Ball 1. As that one is hit and fouled. North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is presented by Moore's Hardware and Lumber, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. And Lamb gets the strikeout. Strikes out Bowman. Bowman's second strikeout of the game. As Connor Frost is now in the batter box for North Georgia.
That was Lamb's 5th strikeout of the day on these Nighthawk hitters. Definitely dealing so far today.
Is that pitch strike 1? Both pitchers have reached over 50 pitches in the game so far.
In the Nighthawks bullpen, so that may have been Hurd's last inning at the top of the 5th.
And Lamb gets his second strikeout in a row, striking out Connor Frost. Back up to bat is number 1, Jorge Ariz-Perot. Ariz-Perot grounded out earlier in the game. And it's going to be a strike. Nate Lamb's 4th thrown strike in a row. And ball 1. Strike 2. Pitch on the way. It's going to be low. Ball 2. Far outside. Ball 3. Full count. Jorge on the season, 7 hits. So this one's going to be popped out and foul. Ball went right behind grandstands in the press box. Still full count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Young Harris still leading 3-0. North Georgia looking to make something spark here. As Lamb gets his 3rd strikeout of the inning, and that will bring the fifth inning to a close. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network right after this.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Greatness. Greatness is defined as striving to succeed. It is giving everything you have to achieve your goals. It's not defined by the numbers of games you lose, the numbers of shots you miss, but it's the risk in failing that will define your greatness. You earn it by showing up early, by pushing yourself every day, by working harder than everyone else. And when you've reached that point of giving up, you don't. Most people are good, others are great. Find your greatness.
Back to Dahlonega, Bob Stein Stadium. North Georgia has decided to make a pitching change, and this pitching change, the call to the bullpen, is presented by Wendy's. Wendy's located at 88 Pine Tree Way in Dahlonega. The Nighthawks have decided to go with number 3, Zach Green, sophomore out of Gainesville, Georgia. Retiring Matthew Hurd after 5 innings.
Pretty good outing by Hurd. He got up the 2-run home run, but other than that, he had a solid day.
It's young.
Pitched 4.2 innings so far, given up 5 hits and 4 runs in his 4 innings.
As young Harris is now back up to the top of the batting lineup for the 3rd time today. 36, Ethan Underwood in. So far, Underwood's batted 2 runs in. He's got a home run. He's in with 1 hit.
Definitely been a spark point for the Mountain Lions offense. Like you said, he hit the home run and he was able to score again in the top of the 1st.
So far, Green off to a cold start, 3 straight balls. And he will walk Underwood.
Green's in his 2nd season here for the Nighthawks after transferring from Louisiana Tech after his freshman season.
Jarrett Ford back up to bat for young Harris. Ford already got a hit on the day. And this one's going to be right out to the 3rd baseman, and it is going to be a double play.
It was a great job by Bowen, great reflexes. He did a great job over there at 3rd.
Ball was hit straight to Jace Bowman. He caught it, and he threw it immediately to Edwin Bowman, and Bowman was able to tag Underwood for the out. So double play, 2 outs in the top of the 6th. As Green throws his first strike.
The Nighthawks defense has been very solid behind their pitchers. They're first in the Peach Belt with a .981 fielding percentage. They've only given up 6 errors so far at this point, so definitely great to have as a pitcher out there.
This is Marco Colina. He's going to pop this one out to right field, and Sosa catches it for the out. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th on the Nighthawk Sports Network. We'll be back after this short commercial break.
Bryan Properties is a commercial real estate brokerage firm serving Northeast Georgia. Located in nearby Cumming, Georgia, Bryan Properties specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor. For more information on Bryan Properties, visit bryanproperties.net. The UNG bookstore is operated by Barnes & Noble and is located in the Chastity Building beside Starbucks in downtown Dahlonega. Fans and students can visit in person or online at ung.bncollege.com for all your Nighthawk apparel and textbook needs for the upcoming season.
Back here, Bob Stein Stadium at Lincoln Control Park in historic Dahlonega, Georgia. And the Nighthawks going to be starting at the bottom of the batting order to start off this inning. Number 14, Luke Starling, will be in the batter's box. As Nate Lamb is still on the mound for Young Harris, Lamb has thrown about 60 pitches so far. And they're still keeping him going, keeping North Georgia runless so far in this Game 1 of 3 series. Starling back up to bat for the second time in today's game.
Lamb's only given up 2 hits and had 7 strikeouts against these Nighthawk hitters.
Starling grounded out earlier in the game in his first at-bat. And first pitch of the bottom of the 6th will be a ball. Two 0. 3-0. Young Harris has got some activity brewing up in their bullpen. .3-0 count for Luke Starling, and this one's going to go right on the outside. And for a 4th straight ball, and walks Luke Starling. As we go back up to the stop of at the start of the batting order for North Georgia, number 28, Andrews Opada, the freshman, the center fielder for North Georgia. Back out in the batter's box for North Georgia, looking to get a spark for this North Georgia team.
That's the first leadoff batter that the Nighthawks have had, so hopefully Opada can do something with that here with Starling on first.
First pitch to Opada is a strike. So this one's going to hit. Opada fouled that ball, went out of the ballpark, and hit the roof of the baseball field house. Fieldhouse, a very nice complex in the inside.
We definitely have some of the best facilities here at UNG.
And speaking of field houses, the soccer team this past season just opened up their field house, but that was a much needed upgrade for the soccer team.
It definitely was. The whole team is very excited to see that, and it's very nice to have a locker room right outside our field. So great addition.
Get some nice air condition in between halves for the soccer team, much needed since most of those games are played in the late summer, early fall time. So a lot of those games fall in the September and late August area. So great addition to the soccer field. So Opada facing an 0-2 count. And this is going to be a wild pitch. And they're going to try to get it out to first base, but they're It's actually going to be ruled a strike, so it's going to be foul. As Jace Bowen is back up to bat for the Nighthawks. Jace Bowman already got a hit today so far. He also is grounded out as well. First pitch right down the middle. Strike. As that ball is pitched outside, ball one. When Opadas struck out, Luke Sterling was able to advance to second. So Sterling's currently on second. Nighthawks are currently down 3-0, 1 out. As Bowen's going to bounce this one off the pitching mound, and he's going to be ruled safe at first base. North Georgia now has runners on third and first base, with Riley Frost coming up to bat, trying to look and capitalize on the situation that we have right now. So you got Sterling at third, and you got Jace Bowen at first. Currently 1 out in the bottom of the sixth.
Bowen showed his speed there on that hit, so he's definitely a threat to steal here for the Nighthawks. Frost is a hitter who you want to have up here in this situation after getting a single in his last plate appearance.
It's Bowen's third appearance at the plate today. 1 hit, and he did ground out earlier in the game as well. 0-1 count. This one's down and low, 1-1. That one's far to the left, 2-1. North Georgia looking to capitalize and get their first runs on the board as the umps are huddling around the mound discussing. It's a break meeting. As now young Harris's coach stepping out onto the field. Stephen Wagner most likely making a pitching change, possibly. No signal yet for a pitching change, but is talking to Nate Lamb.
They'd love to keep him in and get him out of this jam, but they don't want to give the Nighthawks any momentum and go ahead, so could be smart to make a change here.
Riley Frost, 2-1 count right now. Stephen Wagner, head coach of Young Harris, deciding to keep starting pitcher Nate Lamb in the game. Lamb throws a ball. 3-1.
If he walks Frost here, it should be the end of the road here for Lamb, but we'll see.
This one's going to be popped up shallow center, left center field, and it's going to be caught for the out. And Luke Sterling does not advance home, so we still have runners on first and third. As Josh Sosa will be taking the mound for the Nighthawks. Sosa, 3 runs on the season. Sosa has 4 runs batted in on the season so far. Sosa hits this one to the ground, but is ruled foul.
This is Sosa's second attempt with runners in scoring position today. Earlier in the game, he had Bowen on second, but struck out. So let's see if he can do something different here with Starling on third.
Currently 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Nighthawks looking to put their first points up on the board. Sterling's going to try and pick off Jason Bowen, who's still at first base. Sosa's going to pop this one in the air, and it's going to be foul out of the ballpark. So 0-2 count for Josh Sosa. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Sterling on third. And Jace Bowen on first. Nighthawks looking to put their first runs up on the board. As this one's going to be popped out deep into left center field, and it is going to be caught for the out. North Georgia still trailing by 3, still runless in the bottom of the 6th. As we now go take you to the top of the 7th. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network right after this. North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is sponsored by Rains Grading and by Zaxby's of Dahlonega. So we welcome you back here in Bob Stein Stadium in Dahlonega, Georgia. Zach Green back out on the mound for the Nighthawks. And batting, and back up to bat for Young Harris, number 24, Ethan Stamps. Stamps, first pitch. It's going to be tipped foul. 0-1. It's the umps and Zach Green exchange the balls. Stamps hit that one to the ground. Foul, 0-2. And this one's going to be popped out deep left field, but it's going to be in the foul territory. Stamp still 0-2 count. Stamps hits this one out to the shortstop, and it is going to be thrown to Edwin Bowman, who tags Stamps out at first base.
Number 16, Rome Wallace.
As Young Harris's right fielder, batting fifth, number 16, Rome Wallace, back up to the bat for Young Harris. One out so far in the top of the seventh. Wallace earlier in the game struck out. It's also as he hits this one down center field, and he's going to get a hit as he look to go towards second, but will stay at first base.
Number 37, Steven Spell.
Is Steven Spell now batting for Young Harris. Struck out earlier, also grounded out as well earlier in the game. Young Harris has a runner on first. And 0-1. Green trying to pick off Wallace from first. Wallace still safe on first. 0-1 count. Pitch down the middle and into the ground. Ball one. And that pitch is going to hit Spell right in his left shoulder. As now Young Harris has two runners on base. North Georgia already having some warm-up action in the bullpen. As Drew Bray is back up in the batter's box for Young Harris.
Would love for Green to go a few more innings, but they can't let this game get out of hand with how well the Mountain Lions have been pitching today.
One 0 count. As Green's pitch is going to go into the ground, and Rome Wallace advances to third, and Spell advances to second. So Young Harris has runners on third and second, only one out in the top of the seventh inning. Bray facing 2-0 count. Pitch on the way, and it is ball three. And Green throws a strike, 3-1. And that one is far outside. And the bases are loaded for Young Harris as Mike Cantrell is going to be walking out to the pitcher's mound. And it looks like he's signaling to pitcher warming out. And North Georgia will have a new pitcher. And we're still trying to see what number the new pitcher is. And it looks like the new pitcher for the Nighthawks is going to be number 31, Jarrett Bales. This pitching change is sponsored by Wendy's. North Georgia making the Wendy's call to the bullpen. Wendy's located at 88 Pine Tree Way in Dahlonega. Jarrett Bales now pitching for the Nighthawks. He's a freshman out of Gainesville, attended North Hall High School. And this is his second appearance this season pitching for the Nighthawks. He pitched against USC Aiken last weekend. He pitched 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 run.
Another one of the freshmen.
Nighthawks going young again.
Yeah, definitely are. Seems to be everywhere you look that there's a freshman on the field for the Nighthawks. Definitely some great experience for Bills last weekend against USC Aiken.
North Georgia looking to put an end to Young Harris's 7th inning momentum.
Yeah, Bell's in a little bit of a jam here with bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning.
So bases are loaded, 1 out in the top of the 7th. Young Harris leads 3-0. And currently in the batter's box, number 39, Jeremy Begora for Young Harris. Begora striked out twice so far in today's game. Begora swings and misses. 1-1 count. This Begora hits that one, and it's going to be a foul. 1-2. And Green's pitch is far outside. Went past the back of Begora's back.
But the runners
So
don't make an attempt there to steal home, so doesn't hurt Bales there.
Bales, 2-2 count, 1 out in the top of the 7th. As Begora is going to pop this one out towards right field, but it will go past the foul line and will be a foul ball.
It's lucky for the Nighthawks there that dropped foul because down the right field line, that would have scored a bunch of runs for the Mountain Lions.
Something you definitely don't want to see here, especially already being down 3-0. North Georgia trying to put a stop to Young Harris's momentum as Begora is going to ground out, and North Georgia gets the double play as North Georgia stops Young Harris's 7th inning momentum. Young Harris still up 3-0 over North Georgia. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network right after this.
United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Walton & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all of your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination, marketing, and representing you as a buyer or seller, and has a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waltonco.com.
The 7th inning, North Georgia able to stop the momentum Young Harris was having there. Begora grounded out to the shortstop, and North Georgia was able to get a double play, resulting in the end of the top of the 7th inning. Brady Skipper is going to be up to bat for the Nighthawks, looking to try to put some momentum on the offensive side of the ball.
Get out of base loaded jam, so hopefully that can ignite the Nighthawks offense and give them some momentum here in the bottom of the 7th.
Skipper making his 3rd appearance in the game so far. Struck out earlier.
Giving up 3 hits, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts, and 0 runs against the Nighthawks.
And it looks like Young Harris has gone with a pitching change. Brady Calloway now pitching for Young Harris, replacing starting pitcher Nate Lamb, who pitched the last 6 innings for Young Harris. Brady Calloway, a sophomore out of Canton, Georgia, has pitched in 4 games so far this season. Pitched against Union, Tennessee, Lynn University, Lee University, and Augusta. Allowing a minimum of 2 runs in each of his appearances on the mound, and giving up 5 runs so far. Brady Skipper, 1-2 count. Brady's going to hit this one down center field, and it will be a base hit for Brady Skipper. As Edwin Bowman stepping up to hit for the Nighthawks.
That's just what the Nighthawks needed from Skipper there, able to get on with the leadoff hit, and hopefully he can come around here to score, carry some momentum on to Bowman.
Callaway's pitch is wide. That's going to be ball 1. One-0. Wild pitch as Skipper's going to advance to second. 2-0 count. Nighthawks looking like they might be building some momentum here.
Definitely are with Skipper on second. Definitely looks like the top half of the 7th inning carried over here for the Nighthawks hitters. They'd love to get some runs instead of just having momentum, though.
And it's going to be another ball for Brady Calloway as Brady Skipper advances to third base. 2-1 count. No outs in the top of the 7th. Nighthawks down by 3.
Looks like the Mountain Lions defense is coming in. Maybe if Bowman hits us in play, they may be attempting to get Skipper out at home.
And that one nearly hits Bowen, and that's going to be ball 3. And that one's going to be hit right down the center field, and Brady Skipper will score, bringing the Nighthawks their first run of the game. Nighthawks now only trailing by 2. As Connor Frost is up to bat, trying to build some momentum that the Nighthawks have built in this 7th inning so far.
Great piece of hitting by Bowman. Waits for his pitch and just drives one right back up the middle to get an RBI there and score Skipper to cut the Mountain Lions lead here.
Edwin Bowman out on first, no outs, bottom of the 7th. And a strike there for Frost. And Frost gets hit by the pitch. As Bowen goes to second, Connor Frost goes to first. Now batting number 1, Jorge Aris-Perot.
Mountain Lions now have some action in their bullpen. Knowing they brought in Callaway, they're not looking to have a run scored and have runners on first and second with no outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
As that one's going to be far outside the strike box, 1-0 count. And looks like Steven Wagner is going to go out to the pitching mound. Go down, possibly go call him down Brady Calloway. No indication yet of a pitching change. They already have somebody, Young Harris already has someone warming out in the bullpen.
Coach looks a little angry there with Callaway. Seems to be yelling at him a little bit.
Wagner went out there, tried to calm down Callaway, who has thrown only 3 strikes so far this inning, compared to the 11 pitches he's thrown so far. Callaway tries to pick off Edwin Bowman at second. Bowman still on second. 1-0 count. Nighthawks down by 2. As that ball is going to go towards the ground, 2-0 count. That one was tipped foul. Jorge Ariz-Perot, one of 3 Nighthawks this season on the baseball team that had hit a home run. Jack Davis and Nick Levenstein's being the other ones. Nick Levenstein's out of action right now due to a hand injury. Levenstein's a big piece of this Nighthawks team out. And Jorge Ariz-Perot swings and misses. 2-2 count. 0 outs. North Georgia's got a runner on second and a runner on first. As Ariz-Perot is going to pop this one out, and this one looks like it's going to be outside the ballpark as it bounces just right over the dugout. Two count, no outs, bottom of the 7th. Callaway, pitch on the way, and it's going to be in the ground. 3-2. Three-two count, no outs. Nighthawks down by 2. 2 runners on base. And pitch right down the middle, and it is going to be ruled a strike, and Ariz-Perot is out. As Luke Starling enters the batting box for North Georgia.
That's a big strikeout from Callaway there. Settles him down a little bit, gets him out, and retires Ariz-Perot, keeping Bowman and Frost at first and second.
First pitch, low, center low. Ball 1. That one just in the strike box, 1-1 count. Umps. Looks like the ump said something, and now it's 2 strikes on the board. And that one's just in the strike box as well. As Luke Starling is now out. And we go back up to the top of the lineup for the Nighthawks. Number 28, Andrews Opada. So the reason why there was a second strike added on the previous batter was due to a pitch clock. The batter wasn't ready in time, and they added a strike to the board. 1-0 count for Andrews Opada. 2 outs. Got runners on second and third. Nighthawks looking to capitalize on momentum that they have gathered in the 7th inning. Opada swings, and it's tipped. Foul ball. 1-1.
Definitely a new rule that they caught on Starling, but I know they're trying to speed up the game here in MLB and college baseball just to keep fans more engaged between batters and pitches.
As that one is low. And ball 2. So far, Brady Callaway in this inning has thrown 23 pitches so far. Opada tips that one. Foul. Ball rolled close to Young Harris's dugout. 2-2 count, 2 outs. And Callaway's pitch nearly hits Opada. It's going to be a 3-2 count. Bowman on second. Connor Frost on first. Full count, 2 outs. Nighthawks trail by 2. Pitch on the way, and it's going to be bouncing up in the air towards center field, and it's going to be ruled out at first. Young Harris stops North Georgia's 7th inning momentum, with Young Harris still leading 3-1 as we take you to the top of the 8th. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network after this commercial break.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
We are a family.
We treasure our community.
And we're an experience for you to discover.
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 The heart of the Georgia mountains.
The heart of the Georgia mountains.
Discover the heart of the Georgia mountains.
The mountains are open.
Back here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, top of the 8th inning. Jarrett Bales pitching for the Nighthawks as James Basham is going to bunt and will not get to first base on time. 1 out in the top of the 8th as Young Harris goes back up to the top of the batting order. Number 36, Ethan Underwood up to bat for Young Harris. As Cantrell is walking out to the pitching mound. Nighthawks do have pitchers warming up. See if Cantrell takes Bales out of the game. And Bales will be exiting the game, and we will be getting a new Nighthawk pitcher. Trying to get a number confirmation on the... All right, North Georgia does make a pitching change, and that brings us to another Wendy's call to the bullpen. Now pitching for the Nighthawks. Number 32, Jack Emacio pitching for the Nighthawks. That call to the bullpen is presented by Wendy's, located at 88 Pine Tree Way in Dahlonega. Jack Emacio. Jack Emacio, a freshman out of Milton, Georgia. He's pitched in 3 games so far this season. has only gotten one full inning of pitching, and that was in the second game of the season against Mars Hill. So he's had very short appearances for a freshman at the pitching mound.
Yeah, Coach Contrell, Bales did a great job. It looks like Coach Contrell wants to go lefty on lefty matchup here against Underwood, who has had a great day today, scoring a run and getting a 2-run home run.
Ethan Underwood, the top of the Young Harris batting lineup, as that pitch is just outside the strike zone, and it'll be ball one. Ball two. As that one's going to hit deep towards right field, but it's going to go past that foul line. 2-1. Two-one count. Right down the middle, strike two.
They got a shift on here against Underwood. Bowen's playing at shortstop, and Riley Frost is playing near his brother.
Maciel, 4.5 ERA on the season so far, and the short appearances that he's had for North Georgia. And this one's going to be grounded out, and it will be out at first. Jarrett Ford back up to bat for Young Harris.
Number 2, Jarrett Ford.
Jarrett Ford got one hit so far on the day and his 3 at-bats. So it's going to be popped up high in the air. It's going to go right under the pitcher's mound. And Edwin Bowman makes the reception. And that will bring us to the end of the top of the 8th inning. Nighthawks still trail by 2, 3-1 against Young Harris. We'll be back on the Nighthawk Sports Network after this.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Greatness. Greatness is defined as striving to succeed. It is giving everything you have to achieve your goals. It's not defined by the numbers of games you lose, the numbers of shots you miss, but it's the risk in failing that will define your greatness. You earn it by showing up early, by pushing yourself every day, by working harder than everyone else. And when you've reached that point of giving up, you don't. Most people are good, others are great. Find your greatness.
North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is sponsored by Mason Tractor, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. Jace Bowen in the batter's box for North Georgia as we get this bottom of the 8th inning underway. First pitch from Callaway. Ball one.
Bowen's had a good day so far, going 2 for 3 against the Mountain Lion pitchers. He's been a constant bright spot so far for the Nighthawks.
Bowen facing 2-0 count. Nighthawks only trailing by 2. As that'll be a third consecutive ball thrown by Callaway, and Young Harris already has some pitching action in the bullpen right now, as Callaway throws his first strike of the inning. 3-1 count. That one's going to be tipped. It's going to be foul. 3-2 full count. This pitch will be Callaway's 30th pitch since he came in at the beginning of the bottom of the 7th inning. And that one's going to be hit back for a foul. And that one's going to be outside. Ball 4. It's Jace Bowen. Goes to first base. Now batting, number 23, Riley Frost. So runner on first, no outs. Nighthawks down by 2. Pitch far outside, ball 1. Six out of the 8 pitches Callaway has thrown in this inning have been balls.
He's been struggling a little bit since he came in for Lamb. Gave the Nighthawks their first run last inning.
As Callaway tries and picks off Bowen from first. 2-0 count. We right in the strike box, 2-1. This one's going to be popped up high towards center field. And it'll be caught for the out. It's Josh Sosa. Be up to bat for the Nighthawks. Jace Bowen still on first base for the Nighthawks. 1 out. Nighthawks down by 2. In the bottom of the 8th inning. Sosa. Pop this one out, but it's going to go the ballpark for a foul. 0-1. Sosa just got a little piece of that one. It's going to be another back-to-back fouls. It's going to be ball 1. Sosa hits this one out to shortstop. And he's going to ground out. Brady Skipper will step up to the plate.
Bowen was taken off on the pitch there, so that's why the Mountain Lions were unable to turn two.
Jace Bowen did advance to second base. She got 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. As Skipper swings and misses, strike one. As that pitch nearly hits Skipper. And Jace Bowen will advance to third base.
Skipper's had 1 hit today, and he scored the Nighthawks' lone run back in the bottom of the 7th inning.
That one's going to be hit out towards the center, and the play gets there in time. Brady Skipper is grounds out, and the Nighthawks do not score in that inning. Young Harris leads 3-1 over North Georgia as we go to the top of the 9th. We'll be right back in the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Moore's Lumber and Hardware has proudly served the homeowners and pro contractors of North Georgia since 1946. Located in Dahlonega, our covered drive-through lumber yard provides customers with both quality products and services. Rains Grading, a licensed excavating contractor located in Lumpkin County, provides both commercial and residential grading, hauling, and paving to the North Georgia area.
Back here in Dahlonega for the top of the 9th inning. It's number 14, Marco Colina for Young Harris is back up to bat for them. 1-1 count. One, two. Nighthawk Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is presented by Carter Lumber, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. Maciel strikes out Colina, 1 out. As Ethan Stamps is back up in the batter's box for Young Harris.
ACO does a great job getting a quick strikeout there. It's important that he is able to not give any momentum to the Mountain Lions heading into the bottom of the 9th in order to give his hitters a chance at a final comeback here.
Oh, 2 count. Stamps facing an 0-2 count, 1 out in the top of the 9th. 1-2 count. This one's going to be high ball towards left field. And Arispro comes up with the catch. 2 outs. As Rome Wallace is up to bat for Young Harris. Maciel looking to put a quick end to this inning for the Nighthawks. First pitch. Ball 1. Wallace just swings and misses. 1-1 count. This ball is going to be popped out to right center field. And it is going to be caught for the out. And that'll bring an end to the top of the 9th inning. We'll see if the Nighthawks can come back with a win after this commercial break.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
Back here in Dahlonega, bottom of the 9th inning. Nighthawks trail Young Harris by 2. Edwin Bowman in the batter box for North Georgia, trying to put some runs on the board and possibly come off with a win against rival Young Harris. Callaway still at the pitching mound for Young Harris, and that ball nearly hit Bowman. 1-0 count. Bowman, Callaway right down the middle. 1-1 count.
It's going to be very critical here for Bowman to get on base.
Bowman's going to hit this one out to shallow right field, and it is going to be caught by the right fielder, Rome Wallace, for the first out of the bottom of the 9th. As Connor Frost is back up to bat for the Nighthawks.
It's a good job by Callaway getting Bowman out, not letting the leadoff get on. As a hitter, it's easy to catch fire when someone in front of you gets on base. So good job by Callaway there to get the first out of the bottom of the 9th inning.
First pitch high, ball 1. Pitch strike, 1-1. This one's going to be a ground out to shortstop. And the first baseman will not make the catch, as that will be a base hit for Connor Frost.
I thought it was going to be 2 quick outs there for the Mountain Lions, but I think it basically makes it errant throws and puts Connor Frost on first.
Jorge Arispero up to bat for the Nighthawks. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Arispero, one of 3 Nighthawks that have hit a home run this season so far for North Georgia. Connor Frost on first, 1 out, Nighthawks trailing by 2. First pitch is right down the middle, and strike 1.
The second home run for Arispero here could not come at a better time, especially against your rivals in the bottom of the ninth, down 2 runs.
Second pitch, low left, ball 1. Ball low. It's going to be second ball. 2-1 count. This one's going to be popped out to deep left field, and it will just went over the foul line, and it'll be ruled foul. Just was nearly a home run. That home run would have tied up the game at 3 apiece. It would have been a much-needed home run for the Nighthawks.
Very unfortunate there for Arispero. He crushes that ball and would have tied the game out at 3 apiece, but just unlucky, and Coach Contrell was pretty unhappy that went foul.
This pitch, wild pitch, as Connor Frost advances to second base.
Arispero might have rattled Callaway there a little bit with that almost home run. Makes him throw a wild pitch there.
Full count, 1 out. Nighthawks down by 2. Frost on second base. Arispero hit by the pitch. Arispero will go to first base.
Looks like the umpires are checking if this hit Arispero's bat or hit him. Home umpire was
It
unable
looked
to tell there.
from our vantage point, from what I saw, it looked like hit the shoulder, and they are going to rule hit by pitch.
Now pinch hitting for the Nighthawks, number 25, Mason Steele.
Mason Steele coming in to pinch hit for the Nighthawks. Mason 1 run, 2 hits on the season so far. Steele pinch hitting for Luke Starling.
Another one of the freshmen for the Nighthawks. Big moment here for him. It'd be pretty awesome if he could walk it off here and get the win against their rivals.
And Steven Wagner is going to go out to the pitching mound. We'll see if they make a pitching change. Young Harris does have pitchers warming up in the bullpen right at the moment. We'll see what Wagner...
It's getting pretty dark here in Dahlonega too. Looks like the
Yes, clouds have been rolling, ever so steadily rolling in today. Game was originally scheduled to have first pitch at 4 p.m., but due to inclement weather coming in later, game was moved up to 1 p.m. And I want to thank everyone that has been able to join us in the broadcast so far. And it looks like Young Harris will be making a pitching change. Brady Calloway will be exiting the mound.
That may mean that the Nighthawks are also going to go a different pitch hitter. Coach Luttrell's going to his bench. He may stay with Still, but could change things.
Still trying to get a confirmation on the pitcher's number for Young Harris. As we're waiting for the new Young Harris pitcher to warm up, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be back with the rest of the bottom of the ninth action right after this.
This news will bowl you over. If you like Captain D's seafood, you'll love it in our new Big Catch Bowls. With 3 flavor pack options to choose from, Big Catch Bowls are a big hit. It's better in a bowl when the captain is called Captain D's.
Has made a pitching change. Number 25, Dylan Beck, now pitching for Young Harris. So we got some dark clouds looming over Bob Stein Stadium. The lights have come on.
He's pitched 7.1 innings for the Mountain Lions, given up 7 hits and 8 runs. But only 2 of those were earned.
Pinch hitting for the Nighthawks. Number 25, Mason Steele, stepping in for Luke Starling. 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. Nighthawks trailing by 2. 3-1 Nighthawks. Young Harris has a 3-1 lead. First pitch, tipped up and foul. Oh, 1 count. Nighthawks trying to rally. 1-1.
Mountain Lions dugout was a little unhappy with that ball call from the umpire.
So you got Connor Frost at second, Jorge Arispero at first. 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. Nighthawks trail by 2. This pitch is low. 2-1. So the catcher is walking over towards the dugout. Looks like he might have maybe getting a new glove. Looks like the catcher got a new, looks like he got a new glove. So they're going to let them warm up. So current count 2-1, bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Connor Frost on second, Jorge Arispero on first. First pitch is deep to the outfield, and it is going to be caught for an out. So now it's going to be 2 outs for the Nighthawks. Rome Wallace getting that one out in the outfield. Now the Nighthawks back up on top of the batting order. 28, Andrew Zapata. Andrew Zapata, the leadoff hitter for the Nighthawks. Zapata swings and misses, 0-1. Second pitch, low and away, 1-1.
This is a big moment for Apata in his first game against the Mountain Lions as a freshman. Rival game, you want to do everything you can to beat your rivals here.
That ball was low as well, 2-1 count. That one was ruled a strike. 2-2. This one low. 3-2. Opata now has full count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Frost on second, Arispro on first. Nighthawks down by 2. Pitch on the way, and it's going to be popped up and foul, but it's going to be way out of the Steiner. Still full count.
The runner is going to be moving on the pitch with a 3-2 count, 2 outs, so Arispro may be able to score from first if Apata is able to hit this into the outfield.
This one's hit deep out to right field, and Wallace comes up with the out as North Georgia drops game 1 against Young Harris. Final score here from Bob Stein Stadium at Lynn Cottrell Park. Young Harris 3, North Georgia 1. A reminder, North Georgia's game 2 against Young Harris will be tomorrow at 1. First pitch scheduled for 1 p.m. tomorrow right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Reminder, first pitch on the Nighthawk Sports Network, 1 p.m. tomorrow for game 2 against Young Harris. For Devin Kupka, Bailey Vessel, so long from Dahlonega.